Hey guys, this is my little trike I built. I built it probably about 10 years ago now. It works great. I use it all the time. It's got a little 5 horse Honda GX 140 on it. I got that from a guy I used to work with. It was off a old air compressor. The front end here is from a Suzuki JR50. I got that for like $8 at a garage sale. It came with the whole frame and the back wheel and everything. When I first built it, I just stuffed this engine on that dirt bike, and it was just way too small and way too big of an engine. It hung off way to the side because there was no jack shaft on it or anything. It's got a torque converter too. And it's geared really low, so it goes straight up hills from a dead stop really good. It's got a lot of power. But the torque converter lets it have a pretty good top speed too, so that's cool. So yeah, the whole front end's from a Suzuki JR50 up to like there in the gas tank, and I built the rest. The back axle, when I first built it, that's a differential in there, but I quickly found out differentials don't work for trikes like this, because with the high center of gravity, when you're going around the turn and one tire lifts up, it starts spinning, and then when it sets down, it launches you on your ass or a wheelie into a tree or whatever, so that doesn't work. You gotta have a solid axle there. Yeah, the tires on this are pretty bad, blowing out and stuff, but they're like a weird special John Deere brand. I could probably just use normal 6-inch tires on it, but they're kind of low profile, so they would hit there. So I've just been using these until they completely blow out. The back brake's a hydraulic from a motorcycle. The caliper just works on the sprocket there in between the chain. Hydraulic. I made this linkage. It pivots right here, pulls forward there and pivots there, and so it could push back there on the master cylinder. It works really well. It's pretty strong. Never gives me any trouble. The seat used to be mounted right to the frame. The frame was level here, but I needed some springs because it was hard on your back when you run into stumps and stuff with the sprocket especially. So I cut the frame and lowered it down here and put these springs in. It's not a super soft ride, but it takes the shock out, so it's pretty good. The only thing wrong with the engine is the throttle stop broke off the linkage there, so it doesn't like to idle so good, but see, it used to be right there where the screw was. It broke off, but it's not too bad. Alright, yeah, and this axle, to make it not a differential, I just put a bolt in it here. bolted the housing to the axle. Goes right through. So it's not the best, not the most strongest thing there, but it's held up, so works pretty good. I added these foot pegs on the front here because this wasn't enough to really keep your feet on there. Right. See you later.